I am 34 years young, which means I don't have a ton of life experience under my belt, but I have some. And I'm going to share my top 3 lessons that I've learned throughout these 34 years that I wish I had known when I was younger. I'm Juli Bauer, Roth, the food, fitness, and lifestyle blogger behind PaleOMG. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to share my favorite food, workout, and wellness tips to help you live your best damn life. And today we're talking life lessons. I'm 34 years old right now, gonna turn 35 soon. And I mean, that could be a third of my life. You know, I've been here for 35 years. I don't know how long I'll live. So I've already lived a third of that, which is crazy to think about. And I like to think through different lessons I've learned along the way. And today I wanted to talk about those top 3. These life lessons that I've learned in 34 years that I wish I had known when I was younger and wish I had implemented when I was younger. And obviously hindsight is 20/20, but I wish I had known these things. And so hopefully if you're a little bit younger than me or you're still working on these things, that these little life lessons can actually help you. And don't forget, I want to hear your life lessons in the comment section below. But first, let's get into it. And starting with number 1, I think we'll all look back and wonder why we were so hard on ourselves, so mean to ourselves, why we were so negative at times when life is so wonderful and so beautiful. And I think these things of being hard on ourselves or negative to ourselves really hold us back in life. And when I look back, I wish I wouldn't have been so hard on myself and missed out on so much. So that life lesson, don't miss out on all these opportunities that come your way because you're hard on yourself, you're negative to yourself. When I look back, I think wear the swimsuit, go to the beach, wear the shorts, put yourself out there, do things that make you feel uncomfortable. All of those things are going to lead to growth. And then you won't be thinking, oh, I missed out on that opportunity because I just was talking crap about myself. For example, I was always so mean to myself from an early age. And I'm sure other people can relate to this. If you can't, that is amazing. But I was so mean to myself. I feel like as soon as I was at that preteen stage, starting to hit puberty, I was so mean all the time. I was never good enough. I was never smart enough. I was never pretty enough. I was never thin enough. All of those things. And because of that, I really struggled with being social. I struggled with going to different events. And I think I put on a pretty good facade, but there were so many things I wouldn't do because I was so insecure. You know, I'm not going to go to a pool party. I'm not going to go to a normal party because I'm just insecure about myself. I'm not going to go to a different birthday or any sort of social event because I was so negative and mean to myself. So one of my biggest lessons is being kind to yourself. If you aren't, it's going to hold you back. It's going to keep you in your shell and you're going to miss out on so many different things in life and so many different opportunities. That kind of leads me into my second lesson, which is such a big lesson. And it is that confidence is a learned skill. It takes practice. And that was practice I was never taught. I was never taught how to be more confident and how to say nice things about yourself. It was just never part of my understanding. And it's something I wish I would have started earlier. I wish I would have started practicing these great self-care tactics. Number 1, positive self-talk. It is going to be a game changer for you because confidence isn't just inherent. It takes work. And I always believed that people were just naturally confident. And maybe they were. Maybe that was just part of their life, but it wasn't part of mine. And so it was a skill that I had to teach myself. And positive self-talk on a regular basis, looking at myself in the mirror, saying these positive things, all led to a happier and healthier me over time. Then not only positive self-talk, but surrounding myself with the right people. If you are surrounding yourself with negative people, with people who talk badly about themselves, who talk badly about others, that negativity is really going to wear off on you and hold you back from your own confidence moving forward. And then the third piece of that is taking care of your body from the inside out. A healthier body inside is a healthier body outside. So making sure to get exercise on a regular basis, get outside on a regular basis, eat healthy foods that help you thrive. And that can look different for everybody. It's not a one size fits all. And sometimes that's really healthy foods, nutrient dense foods like broccoli and chicken and whatever your healthy idea looks like. And then it's some of those other things like packaged foods and eating out and sweet drinks. It's a balance of all those things, but making sure you're feeding your body things that it needs to thrive. And then also taking care of your mental health with things like meditation and journaling. For me, I used to surround myself with people who were just as insecure as I was or had their own things going on. So they were talking negative about themselves, talking negative about other people. They were also wanting to stay in their shell and not put themselves out there and not grow as a human being. And that really held me back. And I had to leave that behind and find people who had worked on their confidence, had worked on their self-care, had worked on these things to help them grow as a human being. And that's really hard, letting go of relationships that mean so much to you. But if it can help you grow as a person and really work on that confidence over time, you're going to blossom into an even more beautiful creature. Creature's a fun word, right? And then number 3, this is a little bit outside of ourselves, but I think we all experience this on a regular basis, especially with social media these days. There are so many angry, hateful, sad people out there. And because of the internet, they can reach out to strangers all the time and share any negative feelings they have. So I have had my blog for over 10 years now, so I've dealt with that over and over and over again, with people leaving really angry comments, mean comments, hateful, cruel. It was so hard at the beginning. I was devastated. I mean, I would see emails, I would see blog forums, I would see such mean things about me on the internet, and it broke my heart. And I, of course, wanted to go into defense mode. I wanted to stick up for myself. I wanted to get back at them and have a snarky response that made me feel like a winner. But it got me nowhere, absolutely nowhere. So one of the biggest life lessons I've had over the past 34 years is having empathy for these people who are incredibly mean. And we see it all the time online, all the time. If you see someone being mean to someone about their looks, about their lifestyle, about their choices, about their food, about their fitness, whatever it is, those people who are lashing out are going through something so difficult. Or it's like the person who flips you off or cuts you off in traffic. They could be going through a really hard time in their life. It doesn't have to be just social media. And what I think is so important, and I've really tried to practice, especially over the past 5 or so years, is empathy. When I see someone come in with a mean comment online, because that's where I see it the most, I think to myself, they are struggling. So all I can do is give them kindness back and give them grace, because I'm having a much easier time than they are, obviously, because I'm not lashing out at a stranger over the internet. I'm not cutting someone off in traffic because I feel like they wronged me. I'm not lashing out. I'm simply living my life that is really fulfilling to me. So finding empathy for people, even in really struggling times, can not only help you work on your confidence, but it's going to help you work on seeing the world as a more beautiful place instead of a dark place, which it can feel like that with social media, with media in general. If we can come to others with kindness instead of defensiveness, man, it makes life so much easier and so much more enjoyable. Now, since I am 34 years young, I cannot wait to see what another 34 years looks like when it comes to lessons. I think I'll have a completely different viewpoint, idea, genre of life lessons within 34 years. I mean, with even 10 years. If you look back at the things that you've learned along the way that you wish your younger self knew, life would be a lot easier. Hindsight is always 20/20, like I said. But I want to hear from you. What life lessons have you learned that have really helped you grow in the past few years, or the past 10 years, or 20 years? What is it? Is it just letting go? Just letting go of the things that make you mad? Is it taking care of yourself? You wish you would have done that from an earlier age, whether it's physically or mentally. I want to hear from you. Share your life lessons below in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll have a few more videos coming up, so stay tuned for those.